A very pleasant good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the People's Forum of In the Streets with Big Stone. I am outraged. I'm extremely angry. Who am I to blame, or who are we to blame as Jamaican citizens? Who is responsible to take care of our people, our children? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have to report that a beautiful little 17-year-old girl suffering from Down syndrome. Her name is Shelly-Ann Williams, and she's from the Clarendon area of Jamaica. She was found brutally stabbed over 5 times, lying face down and naked, presumably raped by an animal. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the Jamaica Daily Cleaner for this one. Savagery. Disabled 17-year-old girl stabbed to death as stepmom slept. The rural community of Green Bottom in Sandy Bay was jolted Monday evening by the bizarre murder of a disabled teenage girl who was savagely stabbed while her stepmother reportedly slept in an adjoining room of their Clarendon home. Shelly-Ann Williams, 17, who has Down syndrome, was discovered lying face down in a pool of blood by her father, Howard Williams, and stepmother, Shelly-Ann Allen, after her dad returned home from work and queried about her whereabouts. A visibly shaken Allen said that she last heard the teenager laughing in her room while speaking with her father on the phone earlier in the evening. Allen said that she dozed off shortly after and was awakened when her partner came home. The death scene was a canvas of brutality, with blood smeared all over the room. Allen said she was informed by the police that her stepdaughter sustained 5 stab wounds to the back. She was also stabbed in the neck. The teenager was discovered naked and is suspected to have been raped. All the look we are looking for the clothes, we can't find it. And one machete with the dip on the kitchen counter, we can't find it, said Allen. When you look outside, appear blood. Allen, who recounted how she and her husband had searched frantically for the child before they stumbled on the gruesome discovery, said she was puzzled by the motive behind the killing of a girl described as friendly and loving. The grief-stricken woman said she could no longer live in the house, wanting instead to return to her native, St. Elizabeth. Shelly-Ann's grandfather, Percival Williams, is also struggling to come to grips with the killing. Even though she cannot talk more time, when we come look for her, she's like, "Dada, you come," he told the Gleaner on Tuesday. This savage attack comes week after a Gleaner report that many persons living with disability were fearful after the sudden disappearance of Jasmine Dean, a 22-year-old university student who was last seen on February 27th. Dean is feared dead. Deputy Superintendent of Police Ratcliffe Gordon, who works out of the Center for the Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse, told a Gleaner Editors Forum recently that reports did not validate claim that a high percentage of children with disability were sexually abused in Jamaica. Detective Inspector Philip Dodd, who has oversight of criminal investigation at the Maypen Police Station, said that Shelly-Ann Williams appears to have been killed before 7:30 p.m. and 9 p.m. on Monday. He declined to pronounce on a suspected motive for her death. Clarendon has recorded a near 14% fall in murder up to December 19, 2020. Data show that 101 persons were slain, 16 fewer than for the corresponding period last year. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what has been happening to our elderly and our children? I declined to report recently on an 81-year-old woman who was murdered, gangland style, execution style, and 2 children. I saw in the Star newspaper where the father collapsed between the 3 caskets. Imagine you burying your mother and your 2 children at the same time. What are we doing here in Jamaica? I mean, what are the laws to protect our citizens? What are the laws if you get caught with a gun? What are the laws if you commit such a hideous, wicked crime upon our people? I'm calling out those who are responsible. I have to blame you, because guess what? We know that stiffer penalties, not the death penalty, but stiffer penalties. If you apply those stiffer penalties appropriately, like for instance, if you get caught with a gun, no less than 25 years in prison. 25 years. As a matter of fact, if you get caught with a gun, no bail until your case is finished. If you get charged with murder, the same thing should apply. No bail until your charges are answered to and the case is disposed of. Now, what are we doing as citizens? For the last 20 long years, our citizens have been dying wickedly. Every year, for the last 10 years, we have seen over 1,000 people killed. We have seen over 1,000 people killed thus far since the beginning of 2020. Come on, Jamaica. When are we going to say we've had enough and we're just not taking this anymore? When? When will we say we've had enough and we're not taking this anymore? Come on. I've had it up to here with what is happening to our people. I cried many times. I've not been reporting on the news because I was busy taking care of Tracy and Ricketts' story. We know the plight of that beautiful little girl who still need dire assistance from us. We know the plight of the burnt victim. We know what happened to that burnt victim who lay dying in an hospital without a burn unit, with 3rd-degree burns and over 80% of her body. Come on, Jamaican, let's hear from you. I want to hear from you. Talk the things then. Either you're going to like what I'm saying, or guess what? Hit the dislike button. I don't give a damn. All I'm saying is we must stand accountable. We as Jamaican citizens, we must stand accountable to our children, to our people, to the elders. We must stand accountable. Because if we don't stand accountable, the next victim could be you or very close relatives of yours. Let me hear from you in the comment section below. Give me your comment on this one. Please like and share this video. And if you have not yet, subscribe to my channel. Now is the most appropriate time for you to do so. Thank you very much for watching. And if you can, have a great day. I certainly won't have one.